I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I used to go to QPR. You know QPR?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I used to go to QPR, and I know some of the people down there.
You don't go anymore?
No, I don't go anymore. I'm not welcome. Okay. Now.
Really?
Yeah, really. Now, I'll tell you this. One of the people that came here years ago to the park. The Muslims were praying over there. As they were praying, he pulled out a flag. This was before the cameras, by the way. He pulled out a flag, and he said, "Pray to this, you effing CUNTs, whatever." Yeah. And then. Yeah, fair enough. No, fair enough. But then, yeah, fair enough. But you jumped on them the praying. They came before they knew who was praying. They came for a fight. Yeah. Now one of them, and watch this, and if you listen to the full story without jumping in, you would hear it. One of them that knows me from my area.
A long time. You said you
I'll finish there then. I'll finish there then. If you don't want to hear it, I'll finish
there. He told me off for jumping in. Yeah, it's been a diatribe for how many minutes?
Yeah, I've got to get my point across, Steve. I don't speak too much.
So your point is?
Okay, we'll leave it then. Story's gone. Story's gone. I haven't finished my story. I had a very good story.
It's a long story.
I'll leave it. I won't bore you then. Just leave it as that then. No, that's fine. We'll leave it as that, Steve. Unfortunately. Yeah, you've upset me now. Nah, you've upset me now. That's it. We're done. We're done. You can listen. You can listen sometimes anyway. What do you mean? I'm trying to speak. You don't want to hear me? Come on, man. Can I finish? Would it be all right? 2 more minutes. Is that all right? Yeah. All right. So what he said to me. He knows me from my area. Yeah. Remember, I'm saying West London. I don't want to say too much. Yeah. And he said to me, "Do you know what? Go now because we've already called the police." Yeah, we've called the police and said we've been attacked by Muslims. What do? They came over and tried to attack Muslims. Me and one other brother, we're stopping everybody, and he's come up to me and said this. One person gets punched. They tried to fight other people, but it got, alhamdulillah, we've managed to split it up. So when you say, and they're EDO, they've got the EDO. Well, hang on.
So how long ago?
Well, I must be a mug then, innit?
Approximately, how long ago?
This was years ago. 5 years. Yeah, something like that.
I
Maybe
will
even
say,
more. Maybe
one of
even
the things
more.
I will say is that some of, I'm not exactly anti-Tommy. I think that he does have a point in sort of campaigns that he had. However, there are some of the people that do follow him are quite aggressive. I've seen that. I've seen that firsthand myself.
Yeah, but him himself. Look at his words. Look at his words on camera. His words. It's not just him talking behind cameras with his mates. He's actually making these public domain knowledge. So he's saying that these people, these Muslims here, they are they're combatants.
No, he doesn't actually say that. So the one thing I would defend Tommy. No, I would defend Tommy on this one point.
Do you know what I'm referring to?
He talks about Islam. He never talks about Muslims.
Do you know what I'm referring to?
Everybody
would
try
tell
to
him, Steve?
The two. There's a difference.
He doesn't know what I'm talking about, Steve. Maybe you should tell him, Steve. Go on.
Well, no, you can tell me. Sorry.
No, Steve will tell you. Steve will tell you. Steve knows it better.
Say it, Steve.
Go on, Steve. Your time. Go on. Tell him first and take your time. Tell him first. Yeah, tell him first and take your time. Yeah, go on.
Tell me, Steve, please.
There is an absolute obsession with Tommy Robinson.
Tell him first, Steve. Come on.
You can't. He's my leader.
He's your spiritual guru.
There is a spiritual guru. There is an absolute obsession, which tells me one thing. He clearly had a very, very big impact on people.
And a lot of it was misinformation.
To be honest, he's done fuck all in recent times. Yeah. At Speaker's Corner, week in, week out. Tommy Robinson.
Not really.
So first of all, a bit of an obsession with it.
No, not really. I've never spoke to you about it once.
Tommy Robinson led the EDL for 9-10 years or something, and that came to an end a number of years ago. Yet still, it's all Tommy Robinson EDL, Tommy Robinson EDL. It's had nothing to do with the EDL. I'm not even sure whether the EDL even exists today. But certainly he's got nothing to do with it. And the reason he's got nothing to do with it is he got fed up fighting the fascists and the Nazis and the racists who wanted to use his base. And he was fighting them from day one because they were trying their best. Because he did attract, the EDL did attract knuckle-dragging, through and through, outright fascist, racist Nazis.
How do they do that? How do they do that?
That does not make him a knuckle-dragging, fascist, far-right racist.
How do they do that?
I don't believe he is at all. Look, they're a race. Are you jumping in, or are you letting me?
I'm giving you your own medicine, mate. Yeah, with you definitely.
So just like some people do with Brexit, they say, look, there's a racist that supports Brexit, therefore Brexit is a racist subject. Bollocks it is. Just because a racist happens to agree with something that I agree with, or I do, or I vote for, does not make me, or the subject I'm voting for, racist or far right. That is guilt by association, and I'm sorry, I think that's a pretty crap, pathetic, rubbish thing to do. Just because that man man agrees with that man on that subject, it makes them the same through and through. It does not. Just because Tommy Robinson
we'll tell you getting in the end. Watch this point. Remember this point.
Racist, but you're going to let me go.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to let you. I'm giving you the rope, mate.
Him a racist.
I give you enough rope.
And you tried to make this point that it's a dog whistle, and what he's doing, you know, he opens up the door to attacks, etc., etc. Well, then presumably, so does Shamsi. Which we were both. This whole conversation started on me giving Shamsi credit for calling out the extremists.
On both sides.
How is that a different argument to say, oh, well, Shamsi's calling out the Muslim extremists that have come to Speaker's Corner? That's a dog whistle to Islamophobia.
No,
that's a dog whistle to racism. How is it any different?
I'll tell you.
Tommy Robinson was talking the truth. The government, the media, the authorities have finally woken up to the fact that what Tommy...
2 points.
Imagine Nawaz. The entire what's the guy, the Muslim Pakistani guy with glasses that's involved? Was he CPS? The head of the CPS was he? I forget his name now. The entire world, the entire country, state authorities have now woken up to what Tommy Robinson was talking about 10 years ago.
Giving him zero.
We were talking about it before that as well. And we were talking about it before that.
So he wasn't lying. He was talking what is now widely accepted.
Steve, I'll give you a fair go now. I'll give you a fair go.
I've had a fraction of the time that you had.
Sorry.
I've had an absolute fraction.
That's life.
That's
life.
Well, no, you're not controlling the argument.
Look
so
at
I'll
this.
just carry on talking.
I'll let you talk. But let me address 2 points.
No, this entire
go on. I'll let you finish. Go on.
lie of guilt by association, because there's a far right racist knuckle dragger that's attracted to that cause, makes that cause racist. That is
sounds love. Everything you said.
And again, as I said earlier, there are some people that hero worship Tommy Robinson. There are some people that worship the ground that Tommy Robinson walks on. There are some people that think Tommy Robinson can do no wrong.
Okay.
I am not one of those people.
Okay, so you'll call it out, yeah?
Yes, as I have.
Okay.
I said those 2 examples that you gave. Now do you want me to explain one of the examples? It's the example that people always cite here when he was standing out in a certain community in an area of Manchester, I forget precisely where there had been some radical
evil stuff
identified. He did a piece to camera where he said these houses have enemy combatants in them.
Yeah.
I said to you earlier.
What was the word he used?
What was the word he used? Thousands of quotes that Tommy Robinson
No, he used a word for it. That was just...
They always use that one quote.
What did you describe that word was?
Enemy combatants.
No. What did you describe? You said that was a bit...
I said I wouldn't use those words.
Like a wrong choice of words.
Yes. Not the enemy combatants, because he was right. There were some people in those houses. Were enemy combatants. But he said it in a way...
Wow.
So you don't agree with that?
Look at this. Look at this.
You don't think there were any enemy combatants?
If you're gonna come,
do you think there are enemy combatants?
We're talking about people's blood, yeah. You just made 2 points. Allow me to address them, yeah. One of them, you said he's not racist. You know, a person that drives a taxi.
See, I'm now giving you some chance.
Thank you very much.
I should have carried on ranting.
Yeah, because I'm going to cut your flow now.
It's all cutting, isn't it? It's all right cutting.
No, come on. Listen. So, Tommy Robinson himself, what does he call a taxi driver? You know, 4 wheels, drives a taxi. Ain't you seen that one? He calls him a packy. He calls him a packy. Is a packy racist terminology? You said he's not racist.
Why is it that people from Pakistan can use the word packy but nobody else can?
Listen, that's a whole different conversation.
Is
you can hang on. Explain to you. I do not hero worship him.
That's
I do not say he can do no
But don't say he's not racist if he calls people packies. So is it okay to call people packies?
Well, Saeed of what's the channel of Saeed that comes there? He's on film using vile racism.
Let me go on record as saying that Islam is free from that and the Muslims must
Saeed, isn't it? I didn't see Saeed being castigated by the Muslim population.
Our stance is clear. I'm on record now. What he said is wrong. If he said any racist language, it is wrong. It is prohibited for us as Muslims based upon our want to get closer to God. We hate racism. When I've said it there now. I'll put it out there. When Tommy Robinson calls a taxi driver a packy, is that not racist?
I'm not aware of that quote.
There you go. That's the first one.
How long do you guys spend watching Tommy Robinson?
No.
I think you spend longer than I do.
I swear to God. Don't flatter yourself. No. Steve.
In the last week, how many hours did Tommy Robinson have you watched?
Steve, don't flatter yourself. Don't flatter yourself. I don't watch you. I don't watch Tommy Robinson.
They all say
Hang on,
that.
yeah.
And they say,
And I can swear to God.
you
Hang
say
on.
last
No,
week.
no. Wait. Now.
Shamsi,
Nah,
you
come
finished
on, man.
20 minutes ago.
Come on, listen.
I finished too, that's what you should take.
So listen. So that's the first one. You said he's not
I do
racist.
appreciate senses of humour.
So that's the first one.
I don't believe he is racist.
So that's the first one. To use terminology like Paki, that's not racist. If he said it, is it racist?
Do you think just the mentioning of that
Here we
word?
go, justification.
That's fine.
You just said it yourself. You just said it, the word yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not using it as a.
So context is important.
Of course, absolutely.
But not for him.
But when you're phoning a cab,
But
what's the
not for
context?
him.
What's the context when you're phoning a cab? Come on, Steve. Look at the second one. The second one, you said he doesn't promote violence.
Yes.
I said to you already what he said in Tower Hamlets when he came dressed as a rabbi and he said, if there's one more attack, and by the way, we're on record again for the 100th time.
Stop playing for the camera.
I have to, because this is
Why?
what it is. This is what it
This
is.
is
You
live.
have to,
This is real life.
No, because when we, listen to this. Listen to this.
Look, 1,
Listen to
2,
this. No.
3, 4.
Don't divert.
You smashed
Because
up his microphone.
don't divert. Because when you said why are you paying for
You
the
haven't got Abu
cameras,
Qasim's microphone on, have you? No, he's gone, isn't
Yeah.
he? So.
that's a cheap shot. Because you know we're not
It was
with him.
awful, though, wasn't
Listen,
it?
of course.
Can we get on to that bloody subject? That's what we started on. That's what we started on.
You said play for the cameras. We said we have to put it. I'm saying I have to put it out there on the camera. Yeah. Oh, come on. So look. You said we're playing for the cameras, but I said we have to be out there.
1, 2,
Listen,
3,
Steve, it's getting hot in here.
I'm
On
very
a cold
popular,
day,
aren't
it's
I?
getting hot for
I'm
you.
popular.
Is that why you have to cut me? Look at this, Steve.
I'd
Let
be
me
happy
finish.
for you and me to walk over there.
Initially, that's what I wanted. Initially, that's what I wanted. Now, just
Should we do it now?
I don't mind if you want to go. I swear to God. Honestly.
Intellectually.
No. Listen. Steve. Why we put it out on record is so when it comes down to it and people ask, do Muslims speak against it? We can
Speak
say
against what?
terrorism, extremism. So
Why did Paul Williams get
no, Steve.
Why did Paul
Are
Williams
you
get...
diverting?
No!
Are you diverting?
I'm
Let me finish the
pointing out
point,
the insincerity.
and I'll address it. And I'll address
I'm
it.
talking
And I'll
about
address
the
it. And I'll address it.
insincerity.
And I'll address it. Yeah. Why we put it out on camera, Steve. Why we put it out on camera is so when it comes down to it, and people are asked, maybe they're in a pub in London Bridge, maybe they're asked, do Muslims condemn it? So that somebody with a bit of balls and a bit of backbone can say, you know what, they do. And they don't crumble when it comes down to it.
So why did Paul Williams get...
Why did
treated
you
the
not
way
say
he's-
it? Why did you not
Why
say
did-
that there are Muslims when
Well,
you know they
there's
were?
lots of things that I didn't say.
Yeah, you said
How long was
your
that?
mate
How
was
long
there.
was it?
Your
How
mate
long
was there
was it?
saying there's
How
no. We
long
never
was
heard
it?
any Muslim. This is the same rhetoric that gets these knuckleheads, as you call them, to join EDL. You said there's no
Doesn't
Muslim.
exist.
There's no.
They now join Patriotic Alternative.
Can't
That's
let me
where
finish.
they go now.
You know what?
Well, then
I
get
think it's
to
clear.
date.
I
Get
think
to
it's clear.
date.
I
Get
think
to
it's
date
clear.
with the reality of far-right
No,
fascism.
because we can't have a goldfish
It's not
mentality.
the EDL, it's the Patriotic
I'm
Alternative.
gonna slow it down. You can go at your own pace. Now we can't have a goldfish
Do not
mentality.
keep up with my pace.
No, you're too fast. We can't have a goldfish mentality. We can't say we have to disassociate ourselves from what happened. This was how many? This was a few months ago, Steve. When you stood next to your man in the pub,
My man.
whatever, in the boozer with your man, with your friend, and he said, we never hear Muslims speaking out against this, and you were there nodding like that. Yeah, it's true.
Even though you know
weren't watching
You
any
know,
closely,
and
weren't you?
I swear to God, Steve, God's my witness, I've never watched you in a full video, and that was the only one I watched because I thought he
That
might,
good one?
because Paul, I speak to Paul Williams. Paul Williams,
Good, because
yeah.
a lot of Muslims don't.
That's another subject, but I do.
Should we go
yeah?
there?
That's another subject, but I do. I'm putting it on record.
Good,
But
good.
listen, but look at this.
You're going up in my estimation.
Listen, just stick to the
I
point.
wasn't saying you were low.
Listen to my point. He showed me where you've already tweeted that. Hang on, I commend Shamsi. Now he showed me this. I'm doing my own thing, but he showed me this. This is
Looking at
this
my
is-
tweets now.
No, he showed me this. Did you not
Yeah.
hear it?
Via
Catch
Paul.
up. Via
Via
Paul,
Paul,
yes.
yeah.
So now I thought, all right, that's commendable. He said it on record. Now, surely he's going to mention it in this live stream, and this is the only one I've ever watched of you.
I'm so sorry.
Now
I
you
will
didn't.
apologise.
Now you didn't. Now you
I'm
didn't.
very
Listen,
sorry.
I'm not in need of that.
No, we don't. We're not in need of. We're not in
Sorry, I
need of
didn't
it.
mention
Give him a
it.
cuddle, Steve. Calm down.
Because
Yeah.
you are the exception. Well,
Yeah.
there's another one now.
Look.
You were the exception.
Yeah.
You were the exception, and you were the good exception.
You can ask
and
Paul.
I should have mentioned it.
Yeah.
So next time
Yeah.
I'm in the pub with Richard Inman, I'll mention it.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm not in need of that. What you have to do,
Is be
utilise your
consistent
platform
and be consistent.
It
Be
wasn't my plan.
consistent.
It wasn't my
Be
plan.
consistent.
It wasn't my plan.
Utilize your
I want to
voice.
say
Yes,
something.
be
I want Steve
consistent.
mention, yeah, there's a time Even I made a video against Tommy Robinson. He was in one place, yeah. He stopped a girl, Muslim
I
girl,
knew
yeah.
you'd hit 10.
Hear me out, please, thank you. So he stopped this young girl, and he noticed that this young girl, she's not well educated about Islam. So he told her there's a verse in the Quran, and this verse in the Quran talking about those who spread the mischief in the land, about the highway robbers.
Yeah.
And he told her that Ibn Kathir said that this verse speak about the non-Muslim, that you should cut off their hands and their legs. Even though Ibn Kathir never mentioned that, and even to show you how ignorant. Hear me out, Steve. Hear me out.
He said you're a liar.
No, he said he's a liar. This is what he said. Tommy Robinson is a liar.
Tommy Robinson's lying.
I
Ibn
knew I'd
Kathir.
get 10 out of him.
Listen, be serious, be honest, you know. This is a matter of serious, you know.
Yeah,
Seriously, man.
people get attacked for this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, so what he did, he said Ibn Kathir is a Saudi scholar, even though Ibn Kathir came way before Saudi state, 700
Even
years
existed.
or more.
Yeah.
So how someone like me is telling me I'm Algerian person, Algeria just came way after me. That doesn't make any sense. So the point here is, you're a person, hopefully you have a sound reasoning. You should not be supporting someone like Tommy Robinson because he's a person, he's a liar. I'm not going to say whatever he says is falsehood. Yes, some
And
points
I
he
won't
has.
say whatever he says is truth.
No, you don't even support someone like him, to be honest. Regardless,
You see,
doesn't mean
life is more nuanced than that. That's what I keep
No,
my
no, no, no,
mantra.
no, no,
You
no.
can agree with someone on one point and disagree with them on another
But you
point.
will not support
we
him.
can agree on
But you
some
won't
stuff.
support
we
him.
you will
can
not support me and
disagree
promote
on
him.
other
support
No,
him.
what I'm saying, Steve, yeah, you will
What
not
does that
support.
mean? What does that mean?
You will not
You can
support him
support him.
or promote him. You don't promote someone like that. For example,
You wanted me to promote you in the pub with Richard.
I didn't say
Imran.
that. No, he was talking. I said,
No.
I'm
All you had to
do.
do, you don't even have to mention names. All you had to do is say, you know what, there are Muslims that do it. All you had to do is for the Muslims, just say, yeah, there are Muslims that do it. You don't need to mention any names. There are Muslims that do it. Just speak the truth. That's all we ask. That's fair enough.
Be honest, because yes, we agree in some points he mentioned, but I'm not going to promote him. Like for example, what's his name? Ajam Chowdhury. Ajam Chowdhury is an evil man, but not everything he says is false and is a lie.
He says pray 5 times a day.
Doesn't mean I'm going to
believe that.
promote him because I agree with him in some aspects. You see what I'm saying? So be consistent, bro. You're silent. I like it. This is the first time I see you silent.
Wow. Let's go before you start speaking. Let's go.
Anyway, man, like guide you to the truth. Bro. Do you believe in God, by the way?
You know I don't. Surely you know I don't. I think Christianity-
We can have this one off camera. We can have
Yeah,
this one off
let's
camera.
give
No. Let's do it on camera.
Look,
Look, I've said so many times, and I'm sure I've said it on camera as well. What I have to keep telling myself is that many of the Muslims that come to Speaker's Corner do not represent Islam. They do not represent humanity. They don't represent anything. Because there are some very, and have been, some incredibly bad representatives of
I agree, but
Islam.
not many. I don't say many.
Really?
Yeah, I don't say about many.
We might disagree on numbers.
Yeah,
but
maybe,
we
but
agree
I
on
agree
some.
that some of them, even they don't like me, even they
And-
believe.
and
Hear me out.
exactly,
They believe I work for CIA. They believe I work
Yeah.
for CIA.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure they do.
Yeah.
And,
They
they probably hate you more than they hate
Yeah,
me.
yes,
yeah,
you might
yeah.
You know,
But again, I'll give credit where it's due. You do that. You do that. You
Use them to
call
call
them
me.
out. I'm not sure if
but
you
I
name-
work for Allah.
I'm
not
not
for
sure.
CIA.
If you, I'm not sure if you always
Inshallah.
name names though when you do that.
Huh?
I'm not sure if you always name names. I don't know.
I do
Maybe you
mention names. When it's needed,
No, I
mention the
mentioned
names.
some names now.
I don't need to use. You're going to
Ah,
utilize
you
it to mention
see,
names.
there is
Yeah.
is
No.
No,
Check the
no,
record. Check. No. Check the record.
Wait. Are you gonna? No.
Who have you called out?
No.
Who have you
No,
called
would you,
out?
would you, after I'm clarify to you about Tommy
Have you
Robinson.
called out Dick Pic?
Remember-
Have you called out Dick Pic? Tawheed. Have you called him out?
Listen.
If
If it comes,
come on, let's
no.
be specific.
I don't see him
If you're
having
talking about
balls.
extremism,
No.
if you're talking about extremism,
Yes.
extremism is one thing. As for any
There's
immorality,
extremism and then bad behaviour.
yeah, bad behavior.
But
We
not every
ask,
person gonna make
yeah,
bad
we're not
behaviour,
going to
I'm
bring out any allegations that anyone said. We're not going to.
Okay, well let's focus on the extremism.
No, before
That's-
that,
yeah.
before
Call out the
that.
extremism.
No, before that, are you gonna
Name
put
some
out on Tommy
extremism.
Robinson?
I've said my piece already on that.
No, I haven't heard this. Are you gonna call
I
out
don't-
on him?
I don't hero worship him. I don't think everything that comes out of his mouth is right or good or even sensible.
That's the word you use, sensible.
Yeah.
You said
I said good, right,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Earlier, I mean earlier, I was
hypocrisy.
looking for a word. You said sensible.
Went to the wrong guy.
Hang on. When you say that Muslims up and down the country would feel the brunt if there's any
You
other,
said that.
that he said that in Tower Hamlets. Yeah. If he said that, Steve. Yeah. If he said that.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Or something close to
What
that.
did he
Would
say?
you if there's one
If
more
there's
attack,
another attack.
if there's another attack in UK, Muslims up and down the country would bear the brunt of
He's
EDO.
extremist, man.
Yeah,
Call him
I'm
out
saying he's
for it.
extreme.
He's
You're saying it's not
extremist.
sensible.
Is he extremist?
Wow.
See how we
Imagine,
play with
imagine if we
words?
said Anjem Chowdhury, he's not extreme, but he's just not sensible.
Yeah.
No, we call him both out. He's
Yeah.
extreme and he's
Yeah.
extreme.
Yeah.
I
There were these
don't-
guys. These guys will go after Mansour and
Yeah.
Hashim,
Yeah.
even though Mansour and Hashim condemn
Yeah.
terrorism, but they still try to go after them. But you are here, but try to defend and justify Tommy Robinson, who is an extremist.
Just drop
That's
him.
it. Take off
He's
yourself.
drop
Drop him.
You are all obsessed with it. Right?
I'm not obsessed. Alhamdulillah, I'm married, I have kids,
look,
I have my brothers here, my Muslim brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question?
Anyway.
You
No,
are
I've taken
you're
myself.
married and you
I
have
need to go
kids.
pray,
How do
yes.
you get away with staying here all day on a Sunday?
That's it, come on, this is
No, this is you need a lesson for this one. This is a lesson. You need a lesson. You need to come to the lesson to learn this one.
Listen to learn. Wait, are you
Yeah.
getting lushed for that? Are you getting lushed
As
for
you
that?
get domestic violence at home.
Anyway, alhamdulillah. May Allah guide you, pray to Allah guide you.
Whose is this one? Whose is
There you
this
go,
one?
Steve-O. Well done, son.
Whose is this one? Someone come up. How are you, brother? You right, yeah? Allah have the coffee. Someone come up. What's happening up there? You right, yeah? How's things? Alhamdulillah. You got okay? Barakallah.
Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters. Hope this video was helpful for you. This may help others too, so please consider sharing, and we will bring more videos in the future inshallah. So consider subscribing and you won't miss any. Jazakallahu khairan.